Cindy from Cunard. We are going to learn tonight about some ships. I asked her what her favorite ship was before we started. We were start talking. She said Queen Mary 2, and I said, well, Queen Mary 1's where we had our convention this year, and so we talked a little bit about that history, and she's got some great information to share. So have your ears on, ready to learn and ready to write with your pens, and we'll have some Q&A at the end. It's all yours, Miss Cindy.
Thank you so much, Casey. It's so nice to meet you all. My name is Cindy Woloshin, and I am the Business Development Manager for Archer Travel. I look after you no matter where you are in North America. I myself am based up in Canada. I do look after Western Canada, and my whole territory is usually kind of everyone from California to Texas, except like I said, for you guys, I am no matter where you are, I am your BDM that you're going to want to reach out to. My email is there, best way to reach me, cwoloshin@cunard.com. When I'm away, I do make sure that I usually have it with me so I can check and make sure to answer any questions, or if I need to forward you to a department to assist you while I'm away, I can make sure to do that as well. If I do ever go out of office, for example, at a conference, and I'm unable to get my messages, there will always be an away message on. This is for you. Of course, it's going to have contacts and information that you need to know so that you can make sure you get your answers answered quickly and continue booking and selling Cunard. So I'm super excited to be here today and be talking with you about Cunard. We are very, very proud of our history and our heritage and our culture and our tradition, but we're even more prouder how we've continued to keep this, modernize it, and together blend it so that guests today can enjoy that culture and that heritage and that tradition, while yet with a modern feel and experience. And so in 2025, Cunard celebrated 185 years of sailing. That's a long time of sailing, started by Samuel Cunard moving mail between North America over to the UK. Over these 185 years, there's been many firsts, and we've had many ships over the time. Today, we've had now 249 ships, and I will talk about our 4 ships that are in our fleet a little bit later. But there's been many firsts, as I mentioned. And so what are these firsts? Well, one of the first things that we did as a Cunard, or as the cruise line with Cunard, is we were the first cruise line to offer kids clubs. Yes, we do have kids clubs. People don't think of us as kids clubs because we're not the traditional kids clubs. We don't have water slides or rock climbing parks or skating rinks. That's not us. Our kids clubs range between ages 3 to 17 and are more smaller, intimate. They're definitely more about getting the kids involved, learning about destinations, spending time with the family, and experiencing some things around the ship. We also do have a night nursery. Now, our night nursery is for ages 1 just before 3. And this is where mom and dad in the evenings can drop off the children to go and have a night with the night nurse, or the evening with the night nurse, while they get to go dancing, maybe have taking a Broadway show, have an amazing meal, knowing that their little one is being looked up after by a professional nurse. So we do have kids clubs. We were the first cruise line to also have world cruises. And today we offer 2 of them every year, on average 110 days. Now, if we don't have 110 days, don't worry. We have cruise segments of those world cruises. And let me tell you, they are fantastic. Because that's such a special sailing, they're very unique itineraries, and they can range anything from like 28 days up to 51 days, kind of as an idea. So if you have clients that are looking for something different, check out those world cruise segments. And then, not last but least, we were also the first cruise line to offer that transatlantic crossing. Like I said, first one 185 years ago, taking the mail from North America to the UK. Today, we still have that transatlantic crossing many times, regular throughout the year, and it is all on a true ocean liner. The last ocean liner sailing today, the Queen Mary 2. And I will talk about her in a little bit as well. She's a very, very special ship, and like I mentioned to Casey, still my favorite because of her unique experience. We like to say the Cunard difference, we're iconic luxury travel without compromise. And so, how do we give our guests this experience? Well, we have the finest restaurants and bars at sea. The moment you walk on board, and you're greeted by our bellhops, and then you go in and go to that amazing dining room, you'll know you're special. Our dining rooms, usually 2 stories, of course, glass and gold and wood everywhere and carvings. They're stunning, they're elegant, and of course, amazing service and cuisine. We're very big at making sure that we have local ingredients on board for us. We make sure to bring on recipes from the local destinations, local, cuisine, local beverages, so that guests can experience that flavor of the destinations they're experiencing. And we have our what we call our pop-up restaurants. Now, this is one of my favorite. Every night, the pop-up restaurant on the Queen Mary 2 has a different theme. So one night it's Asian. Next night it might be Indian cuisine. Next night it might be Mexican or Caribbean cuisine. So every night is a different theme, and they're amazing 4-course meals for guests to enjoy in a more intimate, smaller dining area. And of course, one of my other favorites, we'll talk about that in a little bit, the pub. I love the traditional English pub, but we do like to make sure our restaurants and bars are next level experiences. Next one we like to do is we want to make sure our guests have fabulous evenings of style and celebration. Yes, we still do have gala nights, on average between 2 gala nights on a sailing that's usually 7 to 9 night sailing. Now, I will talk about the dress attire in a bit because I'll bring that up in a little bit. That's one of the biggest questions I get. But we also have other entertainment, such as our Broadway level productions. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Then we have our Golden Lion Pub, the Commodore Club, and yes, we even have a casino. Around the board the ship, we have many inspiring enrichment programs. Our insight speakers are special guests that come in from different facts of life to share their story, their experiences, and spend time with our guests. Sometimes they're famous actors or actresses, such as Jane Seymour, or Hugh Grant was on there. We've had James Taylor on there. We've got sometimes it's more of a specialist like a historian for maritime or for military. Sometimes it's an astronaut. And they come on board to share their stories. And sometimes you'll find them just hanging out in the pub. Who knows? Maybe you'll be sitting next to Jane Seymour one day without even knowing it. Of course, we also have our VIP shore experiences. Now, these are very special. We do have our shore experiences, and they can range everything from very active, like strenuous activity, all the way down to more casual, relaxed activities and shore experiences that focus around more about our cuisine or maybe wine tasting, things like that. So there are different many levels. And this is all available for guests to enjoy and learn more about the destinations they're sailing to. Now, personally, I'm a spa girl. I'm not going to lie. I love a good spa, and our spas are amazing. So, designed by Canyon Ranch Spa over in Arizona, a couple of years ago, we partnered with them, and now our spa is called the Murillo Wellness Spa. We partnered also with this year Harper's Bazaar Wellness at Sea programs. This is very, very exciting because we're focusing in on detox, energizing, and relaxation. I don't know about you, but you know what? With work and kids and family, I need to do some re-energizing and relaxation so I can come back and continue on living the day, back at home. And our spas are about that. We make sure we have all kind of treatments, relaxation, like I mentioned, the great hydrotherapy pool, as well as we have brand new a wellness cafe. Now, this wellness cafe is on board our ships for guests to enjoy the fresh juices or smoothies and healthy little bites. So what is our fleet today? As I mentioned, 249 ships over the last 185 years, but today we have 4. These 4 beautiful ships are very special. First, I'm going to start with our newest ship, the Queen Anne. Queen Anne debuted in May of 2024, and she's 3,000 guests. We're considered the largest ship in the luxury market, but really, we're more of a mid-sized ship compared to the ships today. And so we always like to say we're big enough where there's lots of activities, entertainment late into the evening and all during the day, but we're small enough that we can get into those ports easily and get our guests off so they can go and enjoy without the crazy crowds. And so Queen Anne, as I mentioned, is our largest with 3,000 guests, and she is our newest ship. She's very contemporary, very modern, and has more restaurants and a bit more entertainment areas than our other ships do, just because she is our larger ship. And I will talk about where she debuts here very soon. The Queen Elizabeth and Queen Victoria are sister ships. So they are identical except for some different colors on the decor on the inside. They're 2,000 passengers. Now, Queen Victoria spent her life experiencing and exploring around Europe. So we've got a lot of great Europe itineraries. The Queen Elizabeth, is our North America queen. And we'll go into details on her destinations, but she is our queen that is based here in North America for 2025 and 2026. And then we have the Queen Mary 2, a true ocean liner, 2,600 guests, and she is stunning. Now, there is a difference between a cruise ship and an ocean liner. And the Queen Mary 2 is designed different from her hull, having thicker steel and more sharper, so it goes through the waves. She can handle those waves like nothing is even there. And then we have 3 sets of balusters, where cruise ships have 2. She has front, middle, back, so she can handle those waves. And of course, when you stand in a cruise ship and you look down the hallway for cabins, usually there's some different areas going around the corner of aisles. With the Queen Mary 2, when you're standing at one end of the hallway, you can look all the way down to the other end of the cabins. That is the difference between an ocean liner and a cruise ship. Now, I do want to show you some of our guest kind of public areas because it gives you a good feel. And so here is our Royal Court Theatre. As you can see, this is the Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth. It looks like this. We try to design them to look like what you would find on the West End of London or Broadway in New York, even including the theater boxes, which guests can arrange for a small fee to go and enjoy on special occasions during those Broadway shows. Our singers or dancers are all professionally trained. They're either coming from the Juilliard Art of New York or the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. So next level entertainment. Here is our Queen's Room. Now our Queen's Room is where it's our big ballroom dancing floors. Now the Queen Mary 2 has got the largest of all of them in all of our fleet, but all of our ships have the largest dance floors at sea. And what's important to know is they are the professional proper dance wood. So they're the sprung floor, which if you're a professional dancer is great. As we know, it's best for your knees and your hips and smoothness of dancing. But we also host other things than just dancing here. We do things such as fencing classes. Have you ever thought of learning how to fence? Well, now you can. It is included in the fun that we offer on board our ship. Or how about amazing traditional afternoon tea every day at 3:30? With Cunard, part of our heritage is continuing on with our traditional afternoon teas, and they are amazing with white glass service, of course, music being played, either a live orchestra or harps, and of course, the amazing little sandwiches, little desserts, and how do you not enjoy them? Every day at 3:30, this is served. Usually, I do recommend telling your guests go a little bit early because it does get quite full quite fast. Here is that spa I was mentioning. This is one of the areas. This is where we have their heated beds and it overlooks so you can enjoy a nice tea or maybe a glass of cucumber or lemon water while you're sailing away. Just behind that is where the hydrotherapy pool is. And now here's the pub. Like I said, because we're, of course, head office is based in the UK, we love to make sure that we have some English pub in there in our ships. And so here's our Golden Lion pub. Very traditional cuisine for both lunch and dinner for guests to enjoy. And we always have live sports playing on the TVs, different music, all types of music. Trivia is happening there. There's, of course, the darts. Really a great place to hang out and enjoy and have a nice pint of beer. Did you know we have kennels on the Queen Mary too? So this is something that's very different, and we are the only one out there. It is only on the Queen Mary 2. There are 20 dogs and 4 cats, and it is only on the transatlantic crossing. They book up about a year and a half in advance, but we're finding more and more guests want this for their pets to go across either to the UK or coming back from the UK to New York so that they can have their pets with them and travel. There's a kennel master with our pets 24 hours a day, and they are in a private area up in the top section where there's a area so they can go for a walk. Mom and dad can go and sit and spend time with the cats or the dogs during the day. And of course, they even get fed in silver bowls. Now, looking at our accommodation, I love our accommodation. The beds are so good. I had the best sleep on my last cruise. I did Canada, New England, and that bed was the best. I wanted to bring it home. It was so good. So our accommodations, the moment guests walk in, they are greeted with by the bellhops. And of course, when they get into their cabins, a bottle of champagne or sparkling wine is waiting for them, and they know their vacation has begun. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that we actually have single occupancy rooms. So not a lot of them. They do book up quickly, about an average of, I think, is 20 or 23 per ship. Um, so if you are looking for a solo cabin, you do have to book far out. But as you can see, we do have inside, and look at that one. That one has a window. We do have outside. And so here is one of our solo cabins, just to show you what they look like. As you can see here, very stylish, very elegant, lots of space. Personally, I think this looks amazing for a beautiful solo cabin for guests to enjoy and have their space without the crazy pricing. Our solo cabins are priced much better than the 200% occupancy that a lot of cruise lines charge. We do also have of course, our balcony cabins. So this is just an idea. This is one of our balcony cabins. This one, you see our balcony cabins have a nice couch in there, so a nice little sitting area, beautiful size. Of course, as you can see, the colors with our cabins and our coloring, you'll see a lot of like threads, blues, dark purples, velvety greens with gold touches, the colors of the queens, we like to call them. And so as you can see here, of course, thread counts amazing. The pillows are fantastic. There's bathrobes and slippers waiting for everybody to enjoy. And like I said, a bowl of champagne to greet them. Here's our Princess Grill suites. Now, our Princess and Queen's Grill are our next level of luxury. So the Princess Grill comes with a concierge. They range in from about 400 square foot up to about 1,000 square feet. And as you can see here, this one's one of the starting in Princess Grills. Nice sitting area there, larger than the balcony cabins. Of course, a bigger bathroom, elegant touches. For us, it's all about the elegant touches. We like to make sure you can see there the touches in the back. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. My mind just went blank on the word I wanted to use. The backboard up against the bed there. You can see there's touches of gold to make it look like it's a waterfall behind. Or even on the carpet, you can see it looks like someone's dropped a stone into calm waters, and that's the ripple effect. So we like to have some touches and themes to it. Our Princess Grill and our Queen's Grill suites do have a separate dining area that is only for them, and it's anytime dining so that they can go in anytime between 5 o'clock till 10 p.m. and enjoy that table is waiting just for them all the time. Here is our Queen's Grills. Now, our Queen's Grills have butlers, and they can range anywhere from about 700 square feet all the way up to our largest one is our 2-level on the Queen Mary 2. We have it's called a duplex. It's 2,500 square feet. It's larger than my house. It has everything from 2 bathrooms with marble and walk-in closets and a living area and a dining area with a table that you can bring cuisine in. Your butler can bring in the dining for you if you don't want to leave your cabin for the night. Some of them have wrapped around cabins all the way around. It is stunning, as you can see here, very elegant and beautiful layouts. Here's that duplex I was mentioning. So on the top level, that's where the bedroom is. It's got its own little private gym area there. It's got a huge bathroom on the bottom and walk-in closet on the bottom here, the living room. You can see that red chair around the corner there. That's actually where the dining room table is. Again, another bathroom here. It is stunning. So who is our customers today? This is very, very important because one of the biggest myths that I get and the kind of comments I get is, "Oh, Cindy, I don't have customers for you. Your clients, my clients are too young for you, your ship." I actually had someone tell me that, Cindy, I'm sorry, I don't think we have your clients because our clients don't smell like mothballs and aren't 100 years old. That's not who our clientele are. So I have we got a survey and I do have for you here, there's 4 categories that kind of we see who the Cunard clientele is. And so I'm going to share that with you. Now, I think you're going to be really surprised who the clientele is. So the first one, the Cunarders. Not as surprising. Average age, mid 60s and higher. They like longer cruises. They are retired. They're well traveled, loyal. They like glamorous, reliable brands. They love arts, culture, theater shows, dance productions, and exhibitions, right? So they love that kind of thing. This is not the shocker. These clientele we definitely have. They keep coming back because they love us and they're very big on booking further out, especially on more exotic or longer sailings. Now, the next 2 are what's going to get you. So, and you won't expect it. The next one is the non-cruisers who would love us. So these people have never cruised before. They've never thought of cruising. Why have they not thought of cruising? They didn't think of cruising because of, one, they don't like the thought of 7,000 people on a ship with them. They're like, too many people. Or 2, they're afraid that they're going to be bored. Or then the other thing is that at one point, they thought cruises were too expensive. Well, this is where we come on strong now. Because, as you know, booking hotels now have gone up a lot. Hotel prices is high. So cruising looks like a better value. Cunard fits in well here because of the fact that we're that mid-size ship. We're that 2,000 to 3,000 passengers. We're not intimidating. We're not too crazy with our numbers. Guests don't get scared by the thought of that. And we're still big enough where we have all the activities and entertainment. They won't be bored. So that's where we're fitting in with these clientele. Our pricing is very, very good. We are often priced in similar to what Princess Hall in America or Celebrity is for pricing for our inside, outside, and balcony cabins. And so that is very, very important to know. Now, this client, now look at the age, early 50. It is Generation X. We're coming in the house and we're coming in strong, those Gen X's. They are sociable, curious, and environmentally conscious. They like contemporary attitudes and brands. They're looking for arts, culture. They want theater. They like good music, concerts. But the biggest thing is they want to broaden their horizon and learn new skills. Now, this is where we fit in really well with that Insight program, with our special guest speakers, with our fencing classes, painting classes, acting classes, art classes, dance lessons, our library. We have a 3D theater. So we've always got something going on, and those guests love that. They can do this. Excuse me. Our next one is cruisers wanting more. This is our biggest thing, right? This is our biggest category right now. They're mid 50s, again, a lot younger than what everybody expects. Mid 50s, half of them are still working. They're starting to think retirement. Their kids are finally kind of empty nesting. They're getting rid of them. And they want more for their vacation. They want better food, better drinks, better activities, better entertainment. And they want to have better service. And that's where we fit in. And so these guests love the outdoors. They love music again, Broadway, concerts, galleries, shows like that. That's really, really, really important to them. And this is where you can see our biggest growth is. So keep us in mind for clients who've maybe sailed on other premier brands in the past. It's now a great way to introduce them to a luxury brand at a very good price range to start off. So you're not scaring them with that big drop, the luxury budget. And then we have our 4th category, and that's the luxury clientele. When these people walk in, you automatically offer them the princess or the queen's grill. These clients are drawn to high-end, successful brands, and they love to pursue challenges of life, and they just want the best of the best. So, next big question. Okay, Cindy, what's the dress attire, right? I know you're probably thinking tuxedos all day long. Well, that's not it. And so, let me share what our dress attire does contain or consist of. Of course, during the day, you are wearing whatever the weather and the destination dictates. If you're in the Caribbean, well, guess what? You're going to be wearing bathing suits, shorts and t-shirts, spring dresses, whatever the weather tells you to. If you're in Alaska in May or doing the transatlantic crossing in January, you might be wearing more of like jeans or leggings during the day and more of a sweater or hoodie to go with it, depending on what the weather and the destination tells you to dress for the day. Now, what about the evening? Cindy, you mentioned the gala. Well, yes, I did mention the gala. And so first, let's start talking about the gala attire. So again, we do have those gala evenings, two of them on an average 7 to 9 night sailing. What do we ask to wear? Well, tiaras and ball gowns and tuxedos, not required. If you want to bring them, please do. We always love everybody to celebrate what they and how they wish to celebrate. So definitely there are people that do dress up, but majority are now wearing, for gentlemen for our gala evenings to enjoy in the main dining area, we ask that they wear a suit, like jacket and tie, nice pair of dress pants, and then of course ladies, a beautiful cocktail dress or a suit outfit, something of the sort. Now, if they don't want to get dressed into a suit and a cocktail dress, that's okay. There are casual options now. So guests can enjoy, of course, the buffet, but we also have light kind of tapas and beverages in the Corinthia Lounge. We also have the Golden Lion Pub, now has a full English pub dinner experience. That's a casual experience as well. So your guests won't feel out of sorts if they want to just not dress up on those gala evenings and do one of the casual dining experiences. The rest of the nights that are not gala nights, we just ask for our guests to do smart attire, or also known as country club, where it's a nice collared shirt, preferably like a golf shirt or with a button shirt, and a pair of nice dress jeans or khaki pants for the gentlemen, or a dress pant, travel pants, and for ladies, a nice, you see here, blouse, pair of little cute pants, maybe a cute summer dress, something of that sort. So country club or smart attire for the rest of the evenings, unless they wish to experience the complete cash of, you can see here, of the pub or the buffet or the lounge. We do note, please do note that we ask guests to refrain from wearing torn or tattered clothing, shorts and sandals into the main, excuse me, into the main dining area. No sleeveless t-shirts, and of course, no inappropriate shirts with pictures or sayings on them. So where is our markets? Well, so we actually sail all over, but everybody forgets about us, about that. And so I ask, please remember us. We do have sailings, as you can see, all around the world, and we are now available all the way until January of 2028. So guests can start putting their deposits and start dreaming now of that next vacation. So just a little bit of a highlights for Queen Mary 2. Her main focus is the transatlantic crossing, but she does do Canada, New England. She does do Caribbean, Europe, and some British Isles. Our Queen Victoria, well, she has usually a road voyage. She does Mediterranean, Norwegian fjords, and does all over Europe, as I mentioned. She's our European queen. So spends time going to British Isles. We've got Canary Islands there. We've got, oh, where am I missing on that list? Northern Europe. So she's all over that area. Our Queen Anne, she is our newest, as I mentioned, and she does go all over Europe as well as the world cruise. And then our Queen Elizabeth, like I mentioned, she is our North America queen. And so for 2025 and 2026, she's going to be doing Alaska and the Caribbean. She is 2,000 guests, as I mentioned, perfect size for these areas, and close to home, so easy for us to get to. I have a quick video here just to share with you. So next year, 2026 will be our last season in Alaska. We will be moving over after 2026 and taking her back to Europe. So please keep us in mind for 2026 Alaska season, running May to September. She has 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 night voyages. Now we are very special is that none of our itineraries are the same. So we do visit 21 different ports and we do change up the itineraries. We go round trip out of Seattle and we average 9.5 hours on average in ports. Why does our itineraries always change? Well, we try to keep it so that we're not at the ports the same time all the big other ships are. For us, it's very important if we can do anything we can to see that guests can experience Ketchikan or Skagway without 3 other big ships there and 20,000 people, we will do it. Everybody needs to experience Alaska for true Alaska. Like I mentioned, all of our different ports we're focusing in and experiencing. So do check out those different itineraries because they all have a little bit of a different option and experience to them. While sailing in Alaska, like any of our sailings, we're going to make sure to bring that local cuisine on. So, for example, in Alaska, we do the catch of the day while guests are in Ketchikan, so they can experience some fresh salmon or halibut. We've got the Taste of Alaska Gala Dining menu. And one of my favorite things, we bring on the Alaska Brewing Company on board so guests can enjoy some of the local beer. And then imagine, if you will, going through Glacier Bay, sitting on the deck with a hot toddy or a hot chocolate and a nice fuzzy blanket around your legs as you sail and listen to the crack of the glacier calving, and you can feel the chill in the air. It is amazing. Even our afternoon tea has an Alaskan flair theme to it. On board, like I mentioned about the enlightenment and the insight speakers, well, here's some of the ones that we had last year, this 2025 here, while sailing through Alaska. On the top corner is Alex Doborski. He's from Ice Road Truckers, the TV show. He comes and tells his stories about rescuing some of the crazy rescues that he's done on those highways. The bottom corner there, this gentleman below Alex Doborski, he's getting cool. He's climbed Mount Everest 16 times and really has an amazing story to tell. Now, I don't know about you, but there's some days I have a hard time walking up two flights of stairs. So I don't think I'm ready for Mount Everest anytime soon. But these people come on and they share their stories with you. Of course, we always have the naturalists on board and the heritage guides there to experience and share with you. And of course, even one of our galas is the ice white ball, where we ask guests if they wish to wear something white, silver, or blue to represent the colors of glaciers. Once we're done our Alaska season, so as of right now, we just finished Alaska 2025. And so Queen Elizabeth, as we speak right now, is going through the Panama Canal, and she will be landing in Miami on October 16th. When she gets into Miami on October 16th, for the first season ever, we are going to be doing round trip Caribbean sailings from Miami. 9, 12, and 21-day sailings, visiting 27 different ports with 10 late night evening departures. And here is just another. Now, I know winter's coming here. My clouds are already, or my leaves are off my trees as we speak, and there's snow coming on Friday. We're supposed to get 15 inches on Friday. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm okay because I've already got myself booked into a January Caribbean cruise with Cunard. So I'm good. I got my countdown happening now. And so we do here have the 9 nights is the Western Caribbean. So as you can see here, visiting places like Amber Cove, Montego Bay, Belize, Cozumel, and back to Miami. And personally, I like the 12 nights. I think the 12 nights we call our Eastern Caribbean, but really, come on, it touches its toes in the tips of the South there with destinations such as Barbados and St. Lucia. You can see St. Martin. And itineraries, again, do change. So not all of the itineraries are going to be exact as what I'm showing you here. Do check it out on the website. Amazing, amazing itineraries. And guys, the prices right now are crazy good. Here's our 21 night. So you can see back to back. Now, why is the pricing so good? It's because no one thinks of us for it. We're new to the Caribbean. So because of that, we're coming in with amazing pricing to get people to remember Cunard. So check it out, especially November, December, and January sailings. Really good pricing. Do think of us and keep us in mind and offer your guests, again, that perfect size, 2,000 passengers. We can get into those islands nice and easily without the craziness. So some additional information for you. Well, please keep in mind we do group programs. Very similar to if you know princess groups, we're very similar to that. You can hold 8 cabins. Sorry, tongue tied. There are 8 cabins or 16 berths without any deposit on, right? Now, if you sell into it, great. Your guests get whatever perks you decide to use your amenity points. Maybe you've added an OBC on. Maybe you've added a bottle of wine in the room or some photos that they can go and get professionally done. Whatever you choose goes into that group. Now, if you don't sell the 8 cabins, that's okay. We take the space back on our recall dates. And even if you have 1 cabin booked in there, then they still get the perks that you chose for them. And so this is really important. Now, the other thing is to keep in mind is that you can actually do a TC as well. So keep in mind, remember TCs, that 1 in 16 TC. Right now in the Caribbean, we have a 1 in 10 TC offer going on, where if you get 10 people, you get a TC for yourself to go and host them. Why not take a host? Groups being hosted is huge right now. People want to have somebody with them. Now, right now our promotion is Explore with More. This promotion goes September 4th to November 11th. And as you can see here is up to $400 onboard credit. Includes hotel and dining service charges, gratuities. A drinks package is included when you're booking the Grill Suites. You can see below here mini voyages that is included for 2026 all the way until spring of 2027. We will also be coming up with our best sale ever starting right before Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So we're just going to have a sale for a couple of weeks. Like I said, starting just before Black Friday. Keep a watch out on us. Check our emails because it will be coming very soon, all the details. Make sure you please do your Cunard training. When you do our training academy, now it is a little bit long, not as long as Princess is. I can say that because I used to work with Princess, so I can say that, but it is still long. But the good thing is, similar to Princess, we do give you a Commodore cruise for free, a graduation cruise. Now, graduation cruises are a little bit hard to get sometimes right now, depending on availability. So if you do get your training and you do have your Commodore level, then what you need to do is when you see a Commodore cruise come up, graduation cruise come up, grab the space when it comes up because it will book very quickly. Otherwise than that, we do have our travel partner, like our travel agent rates. These TA rates are very, very good. And when you've got your training, you get extra perks, like priority check-in, you get extra onboard credit, and so much more. All this information and so much more is on onesourcecruises.com. Onesourcecruises.com is your dictionary to everything Cunard. Anything from our training academy, we're under that training section. We also do things such as we post our ship tours, our seminars at seas, our webinars are there. We have under sales and marketing, that's where you can get flyers that you can edit with your information and send them out to your client. There are videos there. You can send them videos on destinations, get them dreaming, as well as we have the operational updates. We also have our booking tool online, but biggest thing that I love is that search answers. It's on your on yours, it will say Cunard Answers. This really is the Google to everything Cunard. You go in there and, for example, put in dog and cat kennel, and it will bring everything for you, including the calendar of what's available for the kennel space. And so all this information, so much more, is all under the Cunard Search Answers. As I mentioned, my territory is quite large, so I do travel quite a bit. I do watch my emails, and I'm always trying to answer. If I am away, don't have access, like I mentioned, I will put away this information for you on it that will tell you and guide you and direct you to get your answers quicker. But my partner support team, these four amazing people are my inside sales. They are there. They are there to support, answer questions, and can assist when I'm on the road. So if you ever need and you don't get me right away, feel free to reach out to them. They work together as a team so that we can make Cunard the easiest cruise line to work with. And so with that, I just have one final video.
You're going to realize it one day. Happiness was never about following in the footsteps of all those who came before you. It was never about being like the others. One day you're going to see it. That happiness was always about the discovery. The listening to your heart and following it wherever it chose to go.
There you go. And with that, I want to say thank you so much for your support. I look forward to hopefully meeting you all in person at the next conference and seeing you soon. In the meantime, please reach out if there's any questions.
Awesome. Somebody is asking in the chat if you can show your screen that had the contact info on it again. Can you put that back up for a minute?
Of course, there we go.
Awesome, thank you.
That doesn't have mine on it though, sorry. That's my partner support. For me, it's just my C. Woloshin at cunard.com. So my first initial, my last name at cunard.com.
Okay. Everybody put your email in the chat box, please. Does anybody have any questions? Any other questions?
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
I know I gave a lot of information, didn't I?
Yes, you did, and I appreciate it. It was very good, very informative. I'm very sorry that you have 15 inches of snow, but so glad that you have a Caribbean cruise booked in January.
Right. Well, the snow's not quite yet here, so I'm hoping that they're wrong, but I've got the January, so I've got the countdown on now.
Are the videos that you showed available on the Cunard One Source?
Yes, so when you go to onesourcecruises.com, under the sales, there's a marketing area. You want to go, it's called Asset Bank. ASSETBANK. When you go into Asset Bank, it's going to ask you to register just so that we know which agency you're from to look at. And once you go onto that, there is our pictures that you can see from from the photos that we have, as well as videos. And then what you do is you download them from that. So yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Any other questions in the chat box? I'm not seeing.
Beverly has her hand up. I don't know.
Oh, Beverly, unmute and ask your question. I didn't see that. Beverly, let me find you. Can you?
I was gonna say you might have to unmute or let me find it.
Here we go. I got her, I think.
Okay.
Hi, Beverly.
Thank you.
What's your question?
Got it. I have a question. The special that you're having on Black Friday, does the person have to travel during that time, or we can make the reservation during that time?
No, make the reservation during that time. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It will
Thank
be
you.
for 2026 and 2027 travel. I just don't know exactly what the deals of the promotion are, but they are saying it's going to be the best sale ever. So do keep an eye on it. It's supposed to be very good pricing and extra perks. So
Okay. Thank you.
welcome. Thank you for asking.
Kara, the training is at one source. It's going to be housed in there with Princess, Cunard, and two other Holland.
Seaborn probably.
Seaborn. Yes, they're all in one source in your back office. And everybody needs to get your email in this chat box.
I need them to re-enter it. I switched devices and lost them. Sorry.
Oh, please re-enter your, okay, re-enter your email addresses real quick. Perfect. If there's no more questions for Miss Cindy, we're gonna let her get out of here. Thank you very much for coming and spending time with us.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
we'll be able to have you back and do that second training that we talked about earlier. That would
Oh,
be
I love that.
wonderful. And we will get with you when we can schedule that.
Sounds amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day and a nice evening. And we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you all soon. Bye.
Yes, you too. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
All right. Great training. She was very organized. Lakeisha, do I need to do anything with these emails for you?
I am copying them now so I can send them over.
Okay, perfect.
So just don't close out